Hold on, I'm actually reading this.
Well, let me cue it up anyhow. Always well, laugh your fears away. There's a bright ahead, right ahead. So this movie's 1 minute longer than the other one.
Fucking hell.
What?
It's 1 minute longer.
Yeah, minute's gonna last all night. Especially since we're starting at 1:30.
Gulliver's Travels is one of the most painful fucking things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It was one of the most painfully boring things I've seen.
Why are we so far in?
Yeah, Jerry Creeper Geeper. My name's Jippity Peeper. Mr. Bug, Jimmy Cricket wears a fucking gown or whatever.
I think this is after the whole Fallout studio as well.
Alright.
Max and Nick Fleischer have been removed from... Can you get them out? You're closer. Granted, there wasn't much to work with yesterday.
Big man.
You know what I was shocked at?
What?
There was no racist shit in that movie. Which you don't get out of a lot of movies from back then.
That seems like concepts I'm not supposed to think about.
I guess not. Because we were talking about how Disney films are racist. A lot of them are.
Sunflower is my favorite Disney character.
What?
Sunflower.
Welcome back. This is part 2. I don't know if I'm going to split this into another video or not, most likely. Part 2 to the Fleischer movie marathon. This is movie 2 of 2. Cedric is here again. Hello.
Hello.
Now that we've exchanged greetings.
Fancy meeting you here in our house.
We're gonna watch Mr. Bug Goes to Town. The story behind this film is that the development ended up seeing both Fleischer brothers removed, I believe.
They got in a big old brawl over a lady that they both fancied.
I think so. I'm pretty sure that's the story. And that I think Dave left like before the movie came out, and then like Max finished the movie. But he was essentially like the fall guy for when it underperformed, even though he did exactly what Paramount asked for him. So this movie, and then like after they were both removed, it was like remodeled into the famous studio that did Casper, I want to say.
That's right, yeah. I've never seen any of the Casper shows.
We saw a few.
No,
of
I've seen like
them.
one, I think. 1 or 2.
They're very boring in my opinion. And I hate the Popeye famous shorts. Those actually piss me off.
Aren't those classics?
I like the Popeye Fleischer stuff. I don't like the Popeye. I know
Was Popeye before these movies?
Yeah.
Okay,
it was
I
way
think those
before
are the ones
these,
I'm thinking of.
He was originally a newspaper character.
Really?
Yeah, the Fleischers just adapted him.
Okay.
But this is Mr. Bug Goes to Town. Let's enough shitting and chatting.
Let's get swatting.
Alright.
Start the fucking
3, 2, 1, start. Should I turn the volume up and down?
A little down. Look at that Paramount font.
I think that looks a lot like the famous studio font.
Mr. Bug.
And this one takes place in outer space.
This is like a Jiminy Cricket ripoff.
Oh, I didn't think of that. Oh shit.
If he looks like a cricket, I'm gonna be pissed off.
I think he's a grasshopper because
Then it is a ripoff. Those two are the same.
Because I was gonna say because the other like version of this is called Hoppity Goes to Town.
Hoppy?
Hoppity.
Hoppity. Yeah.
I think that's the name of the main character.
It's loud.
Is it loud still? Oh,
Look at the waves.
Is that better?
It's a little better.
Okay. Wow. Look at New York City.
In a pre-World War II world.
It's a quiet home.
Where's Mr. Bug? The signs say no bugs allowed.
Oh shit. I think I just grasped the concept of the film
Is that
immediately.
the inciting incident? Is he just trying to get a new apartment? No, okay, that's...
Is this the town?
village.
Yeah.
Honey! Yes, Dad? Come on,
This is
honey.
B. Larry King fucking a bunch of years before.
Seinfeld is onto something.
Yeah.
Oh my. Where does this fall in the furry community?
It's not as scaly. Or the... What's the... Okay, let me look that up.
Yeah. I'm sure there's like a graph.
Why do I
somewhere.
care?
Because
Okay.
because it looks a lot like the furry art, but it's bugs.
You've changed a lot. Why, the way they've taken a transit through the lowlands, it's getting so your life ain't worth the sunflower seed.
The lowlands.
One never
bugs fall in the furry chart. Bugs.
Oh, so. Oh my god. Alright, so.
Insect furries? What are bug furries called?
We're barely even watching the film because we're looking at.
Why am I looking this stupid shit up?
Because the town got burned to the ground.
Hey, Mr. Bug.
Do you remember Freddy Fish?
Yeah,
That's what these two remind me of.
that's Luther.
He goes like, we gotta tell the boss.
We got the little shark buddies.
Yeah. He wants a toy.
He wants all the toys.
In the toy room.
The toys.
Our boss never had a toy.
He didn't get a pencil on his paper. Oh, he's gonna steal the toys.
Here you go. This is the toy I brought to school. No one's gonna understand this.
Invertebrate, I think is what they're called.
Okay.
There's a sexy bee on the wiki.
Wish I never saw that.
Why would you call a bug furry? Why the fuck am I reading this?
Because it doesn't make any sense. Because bugs aren't like they don't have fur on them, but they are like.
Fur is a furry, scale is scaly. Exoskeleton, so is it a skelly?
Skelly. Ah.
Oh, God.
I looked back at the television and this guy's giant nose is like poking the screen.
Thank you, Mr. Bootle.
Mr. Beetle, I think.
Most fortunate it wasn't your honey shop that burned. Eh, Bumble?
Otherwise, you would be
Of course
broke.
you realize that this sort of thing couldn't possibly occur up there on my estate. No human one ever intrudes up
Is he
there.
looking at the daughter?
I think so. So is this like Kill la Kill where the poor live on the bottom and the rich live uphill?
Yeah, MIH took a lot of inspiration.
From Mr. Bug Goes to Town.
Is this just gonna be every big major artist took influence from Mr. Bug Goes to Town?
Yeah, man. Charles Schultz, who was really into Mr. Bug.
Or just gonna start listing
Yeah.
artists? Leonardo da Vinci was really... He died already?
Yeah, he's. Of course.
Anyway, Hoppity's coming back. Hoppity. Bumble, you're a nincompoop.
Buck Bumble.
I warn you. You're walking
This is the
right
generation
into
before
trouble.
Buck Bumble.
Yeah, it's several generations before.
Too. It was the 40s. Oh, visual humor.
Is this A Bug's Life?
By looking at him.
Hoppity's coming back.
He's coming back from across the street.
I think so. I think that's what they mean. No, he's on the back of a truck. Alright, lay it on me.
Is this the Mr. Bug?
Is this the Mr. Bug I hear so much about?
Hoppity Bug?
Yeah. Yes, sir, that's me.
Goes to town. He's already
B-U-G
in the
bug.
town.
Look, see, the people are rotoscoped.
I think it's a spring.
Hey, gee,
Well, he's not really.
the human one's never stepped in there before.
The human ones.
The spoony ones never stepped in
Shut
there
up!
before.
Stop making spoony jokes. Hoppity.
Hello, everybody.
My God.
It's Hoppity, the MC of the 40s. He looks a lot like every.
Yeah, he's a regular Iron Man.
He's a regular Tony Stark.
What if his antennae stuck straight up?
Like an alfalfa.
He hops through the ceiling.
Honey Nut Cheerios, babe.
A Bee Scout.
Remember the Mighty Bee? I remember the Mighty Bee being very well
Alright,
animated.
that scene's done.
Yeah, what the hell? I guess he's back. Okay. Hey, look, it's a real man.
It's Gulliver, he just steps in.
Why would Gulliver be here? He's from like the 16th century or something. He's like a newsie.
I will take a big puff.
Just incinerates himself immediately by smoking it.
Is the nut shack?
It does sound like the Nut Shack thing.
There's still no place place like home.
Boy, do I like this town in specific.
Boy, do I like not living in a burned down house.
Boy, do I love being alive and not on fire. Oh no!
I'm glad
fire.
I'm not fucking dead.
What's a bug to do? Oh boy.
Pick it up by the base and move it.
Well, Bumble, don't say I didn't warn you.
Here you go. Goes ow ow ow.
The goofy son.
Yeah, that's Tom.
No. It's like
He goes
just a stock son.
That's the Tom yell from Tom and Jerry. This is I didn't expect this movie to be about like property damage.
With no shelter.
vandalism. Arson.
And then everyone died.
Hoppity's corpse just falls down from the sky.
Still image. It's a creepypasta.
Hoppity was on the TV,
Oh!
but his face was red. He's just gonna shake it off.
We were just talking about how there was no racist shit, and in the previous film,
Oh no.
that was blackface just now. I'm enjoying the rotoscoped humans in this. They don't intrude like the.
It's not about a rotoscoped guy interacting with little
Oh,
cartoon characters.
Yeah, they don't have to intrude. That's the thing.
It can make the worlds feel
Are these-
like different worlds.
One thing so far is I don't think Hoppity is a very good protagonist so far.
No, he's boring.
Oh, the thing is, we're like what 15 minutes into us.
I don't know.
I'm not checking.
Yeah, for that classy cabaret. How are we gonna get
See, that's funny. I don't know. To hit him for that classic cabaret.
We'll just walk behind him.
Oh, why didn't I think of that? Oh, did I tell you why it bombed?
Did they just not advertise it?
I think it came out the same weekend as Pearl Harbor. So I don't think
Movie? No, the actual event. I'm
the
stupid.
actual event. Yeah, Michael Bay was alive in 1942.
Shut up. And Pearl Harbor happened in 1941.
Well, I believe this was re-released or something. I remember reading somewhere that it was finished in 1941, but it didn't come out until like January. Because they were like scared about releasing it or something. Oh, is this a musical? I think the setting is far more creative than Gulliver's Travels was, or at least
Gulliver's Travels was still kind of creative.
Well,
It's
they're
just they did
using
nothing with it.
they're using it is what I mean. And I think the character designs are more fitted to the setting, and I don't know. Something about it that I think works better aesthetically.
I still don't think it plays towards Fleischer's strengths.
I think it does towards the studio's general aesthetic better because of the character design.
The designs are good.
Yeah. I like this lanky design. He reminds me of myself.
Okay, that scene's done.
The scene
Oh
transitions.
no, we cut
yeah.
away to the same scene.
The scene transitions aren't very good. No. Maybe I think it's because they didn't know how to transition it, so they just faded it to the next one. Like, how do we go from him playing his nose like a flute
You're getting killed.
to him trying?
There we go.
Wouldn't that kill
What if
him?
it just like cut to his charred corpse?
It's very off-putting because it's just something you're not used to looking at.
Can you just not put this entire part in?
Yeah, sure. Ah.
Now this is Fleischer.
I sure like the plot of this movie.
What if every time you turn
Oh,
on
okay. Okay.
What? Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no.
You can't do that, Max and Dave.
Hoppity, you were grand. You were electrifying.
You are very, very
Very racist.
racist.
She's like the date's off.
No, this was the
40s.
40s.
Yeah.
It's a pre
Is there gonna be just shit like that in this movie constantly?
We've had a minstrel joke. We've had a
We've had like
a
that.
Native American joke.
Happy hours roll with you.
Does that happen every time he turns on a light?
I don't know. Every time he gets involved with like some sort of explosive device. See how racist joke happens.
It just explodes out of him. He can't help it.
Happy as can be.
Especially because we're coded white.
You're not wrong. Wait, was her name Honey? She's the same name as the girl from Space Dandy. Oh, that was sweet. Because Honey, huh?
She's
Sweet.
fucking foaming at the mouth.
Hey boss, guess what? He went and had a great time.
He had a good date. Aha! He is happy.
My plan is in motion. Hey, how did we get to this part of the movie?
Gee, Andrew, I don't know. It's like we had said something that we couldn't leave in.
Well,
Okay.
But they did.
What, they danced really nicely?
They are happy? No.
I can't believe you let this happen.
alright, break it up.
He's sad. Is this guy an incel? What is this?
Probably.
He starts smashing the room like Kylo Ren.
This is your family and your friends.
This is your brain
Your
on
future.
honey.
It's turning into a Tom and Jerry short every time I turn around.
This guy is an incel.
He is an insolent, well, in a way where he wants her. It's the how I love her. Father's money.
money.
Yeah.
But he has an estate.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess he's just greedy.
Why, I have wealth, position,
He is an incel.
yeah, character,
Well, actually, no, that's not how incels work, I suppose.
personality.
Hold on. Let's see.
We have to wait and see. Yeah. And he chooses to be with that jerk.
With the
I didn't treat her
kind,
well.
Hi.
such a great bug.
Bug like myself. How
What do you
did-
mean I'm not owned a ladybug?
How did-
I'm rich
how did-
and...
How did this turn into
funny.
talking about himself?
Because it's his!
How do you do, huh?
That was like the tune for a second. Especially 40s New York. Oh no!
Oh, kids.
Playing in the grass. Oh, where have I seen this before? I swear I've seen like a character get stuck in container plot a million times.
You see, this is really good because
Yeah, you realize
the
that
humans
these-
aren't in focus.
Yes. I'm also realizing how ancient these tropes are. I'm already, I don't know, I like this better because it shows that their world is at stake and they can't just have Gulliver solve all of their problems. But,
Yeah, this is the second film in a row where they had like a tiny society.
yeah.
Say, here. Oh, can't be any worse, say. We'll fix that.
We'll fucking kill them too. Do we really need a villain?
I think it'd be fine if the humans were the villain. Why do we need like a guy?
I like the idea of a force of nature here more than I'm an evil bug with a soul.
I need more money and power and a woman for some reason.
In this world where we are bugs.
That's one thing. He has all the money and power or whatever. Why does he also want like?
He's rich. Why does he care?
Why does he care about this particular girl?
There are so many bugs in the world.
This is turning into stupid.
This is stupid.
Why are we talking about like we're trying to validate like?
We're
this-
we're not valid. We're trying to understand what the point of this villain is. Is he a villain?
I think is that a Pachinko?
He's like the antagonist, yeah.
It's no use.
Because I don't like the idea of like an incel villain in a happy, poppy kids movie.
Holding you back.
Well,
It's
they're
really
actually
hard
quite-
for me
They're
to
actually
explain-
quite prevalent in kids'
Yeah,
films.
I know. I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to explain why I have such a distaste for this.
Because it feels like the writers are like expressing some sort of weird like.
Oh, that's right. Max and
Yeah.
Dave Fleischer were making this.
Oh yeah.
Maybe they
so if you
let
guys
some
don't
of their
yeah.
personal life slip
if
out.
you don't know what we're talking about, I think I read somewhere allegedly they got in some sort of fight over a coworker.
Over a lady they had a thing for.
I think she was like a secretary, and Dave had a thing for her, and Max got together with her, and then Dave got really mad,
And Dave was the director.
yeah, and that escalated to the point where he just didn't talk to Max or something like that. I need to read up more on it, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I could be completely wrong though.
Is that why the villain is the way he is?
Probably. I don't know.
Why would he make himself the villain? Why would he?
You know, I don't know, Cedric. I wasn't there.
I know it's not that deep, and it's a kid's movie about a bug hopping around.
Well, I don't know if it's a kids movie. They didn't really make kids movies like this back then.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but I'm just saying I don't think this is a kids film.
Quick as for old man Trouble and the long-legged lug.
Well, they're fucking dead.
We did it. We had no influence on this action.
All we've done is fail, but we did win.
Mr. Fumble, this is where you belong. Right out here in the garden.
Why they happen to find a place with kind people? What's this?
And plenty of room for everybody. The human one said we could move up there.
I think there's also some like you could like there's some subtext about like when a town gets destroyed by a storm or something.
What do you mean, like a force of nature?
Yeah, something like that. But the force of nature is us, and I guess that's where the audience would get their sympathy.
But they're little bugs.
I think that's the point, to get the audience to sympathize with cartoon characters. But I don't know if they thought about it that deep, because there's literally no direction to this plot whatsoever other than we want to live a happy life, and sometimes we go in funny gags.
Killers?
You mean if he finds out?
Congratulations!
We're worms. Oh, that would be such a good gag.
We're
worms, and they turn into worms. Like
Worthless worms.
It would make more sense because they're bugs. Wow, why did we cut again?
Almost like we keep saying things that we should probably not put in the final product. By the way, is this a musical or not? I can't tell.
I don't care. You know, like old movies kind of had like a half soundtrack where they would have an OST, but it wouldn't be a musical.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of another one, but I can't off the top of my head. Because would you classify like The Wizard of Oz as a musical? Because
I've never seen it.
Really?
Yeah.
I suppose it would be, but it's structured very differently from, I guess, modern musicals, which is where my confusion is coming from. I guess I need to watch more old musicals.
Do you know if it was on Broadway?
It probably is now if it wasn't before.
You were wrong, Mr. Bug.
Look at our town!
No.
Oh, I guess it is like a natural disaster, sort of, not allegory, just like parallel you can draw. Because I'm sure that happened. This is coming off of the Great Depression, so I'm sure a lot of audiences could relate to it in the 30s.
Not enough, because no one saw this movie.
Well, that's because there was a bigger crisis going on.
Yep.
Is this the second act blueprint?
I think so. We're 52 minutes in.
Oh, yeah. Something like that.
Hello, Hoppity.
Goodbye, Hopper.
And in a lovely morning.
Visual reference.
So this is every one of these films, it's like Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. Where he's
Is he
about,
looking to die?
he's
standing in
about-
the middle of the sidewalk.
he's about to leave. And then they always leave town. Oh, what's this?
Overlooking Starlight Square, where the couple in the castle, way up high in the air, on the corner there's a cloud bank, and way back all millions there, where the couple
Whoa.
I like this.
I really like that, yeah.
in the air. One day,
They're doing the same thing that they did in the Gulliver movie.
Yeah. I think it's framed better here, though.
It is the exact same thing.
Yes, but he's not
And now
having
it's
that
like,
attack.
it's
Yeah.
played with. He's trying to kiss the
Dream.
Dream.
Yeah. Oh, and now he's gonna actually kiss her. Oh, shit.
Aww.
We don't care. We're the couple in the castle.
They didn't even need to apologize to each other.
No, I don't think they're ever mad at each other.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful.
I hope the publishers agree with you. To the tune of a nice fat check.
I know they will, and we can.
Meet the payments on this house before they take it away from us.
Yes, and we can fix up the lower garden and the fence that's broken down where the people walk through.
I liked that scene.
We need to get them that big check so they can fix our fence.
I think that's what the
That's
plot
how it
is.
is.
Yeah.
What, is their car gonna break down? They're like, oh, we have to wait one more day, and then a fucking meteor hits them.
I think it's supposed to be like, oh, see people lose the homes too.
Mr. Bumble, Mr. Bumble. Well, I heard them say it comes in a letter that the postman brings. The postman?
So now he's gonna assassinate the postman, and their
It's
plan
gonna
will
blow
be
up the
ruined.
newspaper building.
This beetle will somehow cause like an explosion. Didn't B movie also take place in New York? Oh no, are they taking the check?
His name's Dick Dickens.
This sucks, dude. Now I'm mad. I actually care about them.
You're like learning emotions. Like, now I'm mad.
Peggy, I'm actually mad at Mr. Beetle.
It's a time lapse.
I think it's a bad dream or something.
Uppity said it would fix the thing.
The census down, the humans come through.
Without the letter, what'll we do?
Then we're doomed to go and don't forget I told you so.
It's Dr. Seuss.
Supposed to come.
Yeah, really.
The damage that's being done. The fence is down. The humans come through.
Where's the protection promised by you?
Where's the check thing you talked about? It's supposed to keep the humans out. The fence isn't fixed. The humans come through.
I'm actually kind of stunned by this.
It's all untrue.
I actually really liked that as like a time lapse, just having people riot. Is this where he draws him feeding her pal poo fruit?
It's a foreclosure notice. It says we've got to move out of the house. Oh, Dick, the whole
They just move into the house instead.
grandfather.
Yeah. Along with its creaking old mortgages and tax liens. You know, Mary, I think it's going to be a kind of relief to be free from all that.
Yeah, whenever it kept... And then just the yard went to hell immediately. Oh, because they had to build over it. Yeah. You bugs have gone too far.
Property would be useless. Built sunk. Then it
So
might-
he accidentally got himself into a bigger mess than he would have been if he just shut up and kept his money.
Miss Honeybee will accept my offer of marriage.
Yeah, he does want her.
Shoots him.
This is my husband, Hoppity.
Mrs. Honey sends her regards.
Now he's stuck in town.
Why, that's the letter the human ones were waiting for. To fix the fence. Why, you know
That's right. And look what's in.
Reminds me of Underfist for some reason.
They're gonna say Undertale.
No, Underfist, the way better thing. I don't hate Undertale, I'm just messing around. But you're...
check thing.
Hmm. I bet they had a fun time animating that.
They're gonna suffocate him. Wow.
Yeah, how in God's name can he get out of this?
And you're gonna narrate this whole.
No, I'm
I
serious.
wonder how he will win.
No, I'm actually like curious how he can actually get out of there because I think he's just gonna suffocate and die.
The story's actually sad. as
Yeah,
hell.
I know. Well, our neighborhood is
Trash.
kaput. Yeah, they won. They really did just
I mean,
win.
they just electrocuted themselves.
Merry morning in the spring of the year, and I'll dance at your wedding, Monday dear.
Oh, it's the wedding. It looks like.
Yeah.
I thought it was the closing song, and I was about to be very confused.
No way.
How in the hell can they like? I think we've lost. Like obviously this film is way better than Gulliver, but this.
I'm bored as hell watching it.
Well, I'm just curious. Like,
Like,
how are they
get
even gonna
married.
end this? Like, I get it. The wedding's gonna start.
Yeah, it's been like 5 minutes. Come on.
I guess they were just trying to make it as impressive as possible, and then it just bombed anyway. We've never seen ants or bugs live.
Yeah. I've seen a little bit of ants.
How was it?
Yeah. Remember the ant bully?
Hey, boss.
That's not ants.
Yeah, but it was made by the Jimmy
Now,
Neutron
what have you got
guy.
there?
Rice,
Guys.
boss. Dingo. Hula. Rice.
And what do you intend to do with it? If you wouldn't, Chief. You're not coming to my wedding.
I sure and a wedding.
I'm gonna get up and walk away.
Funerals and things.
Yeah, I think we're both just stunned.
I'm out of things to talk about. What? They're just explaining the story to each other. You're
Why
not
did
going
he
to my
make-
wedding?
why did he-
I want to go to the wedding.
Why did he do that though?
Flowers.
He's like, we got rice, boss, and he made like a racist impression to an Asian person. I don't
You're
know.
all gonna die.
I'm very pissed now.
It's like the end of Shrek.
It is, yeah. They're gonna sing I'm a Believer.
It's that scene from SpongeBob.
They copied it from Mr. Bug Goes To Town.
Mr. Bug Goes To Town is the original of all animation.
My breaks.
God.
I know. Isn't this the best wedding you've ever seen? Spoony one. Oh. I can't help myself, Cedric. Oh, because they're building the skyscraper. So did he just forget about the skyscraper getting built? Mr. Beetle sort of forgot about the human ones.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason why he should have.
Where are you?
Because he was just so focused on the wedding that... This is one hell of a chase scene, because there's no doubt... Like, bugs have to have died in this, right?
The earth is shifting around them.
Yeah, the world is literally crumbling around them.
Suck it, Detective Pikachu. Mr. Bug did it first.
Shouldn't be called Mr. Bug Goes to Town, it should be called Mr. Bug Destroys Everything.
Mr. Bug fucks up and ruins everything.
Yeah. Mr. Bug with the biting commentary. Oh, okay. Hippity hoppity, you destroyed the property.
Hopping mad.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
This is getting out of hand.
You
This,
see? And that was
they
a
just gotta stop.
rotten scheme, and I couldn't get down here to warn you.
Ah.
Hey, wait for me.
Did we really just cut to another scene in the same setting and just made another
Well,
thing out of it?
what they did was
Is that in 3D?
what they did was they cut it so they didn't have to write the explanation of Hoppity explaining why he wasn't there.
They didn't have to
And then they
animate
just
them
yeah.
all coming together.
And then they just immediately got taken away again. So it
Good
feels
good
jarring.
pacing.
Yeah.
Unless you want to live on a roof, Mary.
Oh, we could, Dick. We could build a cottage right here. Our castle in the air.
You could have your garden.
Castle in the sky.
Yeah.
The lily pond and the pottage shrubs.
Look out there, it's a castle on a cloud.
Wonderful.
If we got the check.
The check. The letter with the check.
Come on, there you go. Oh wait, that's not a good thing? Okay. Well,
Fucking.
oh, that was a good thing. Okay.
Did he get it?
I guess so.
Okay.
Hey, wait, everybody, wait. Now listen, we gotta go up.
Man, I'm puzzled. Like, how are they gonna get that letter to him, I suppose? Now they're just gonna
Let's go.
hold it out. How'd they get the elevator started? Did they just tag along?
Just ride this here escalator up to the Cedric.
And we ride away.
Safe as it is.
That is not an escalator.
Now we're fucking.
I thought that's what he said.
Oh my fucking god.
Hey, come on, boss.
Oh,
Holy shit.
whoa. That's probably the...
That's horrifying.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so he didn't
Oh, I
die.
thought he got crushed.
Yeah, I thought he was like inside just squished out. I think this is a very creative way of like having the villain and the hero sort of they're racing each other to the top, I assume. Because if he gets there first, then
Oh,
he
he
loses
has
it.
property.
Yeah. They're eliminating the concept of the bank in this movie. Threatening like crayon. Oh, look at all the like reroutes it have to take.
Yeah. $5,000. That's like $5 million.
I'll put it on the actual amount on the screen right now. But whatever happened to the main characters that we care so much about?
Oh fuck, it's a big hit.
Seriously. Is this what they were hoping would happen to the writer of this, of like the songs in this
This is
movie?
what they hoped
Yeah.
would happen to Max and Dad before they left.
Hoppity! Oh, Hoppity!
In the castle, way up high in the air.
It goes to white as he goes up there, and it's like, did Hoppity die in Mr.
Oh,
Bug?
shut up.
Back home,
Gee whiz.
Is this actually heaven? Did the bugs die?
It's the metaphor for Fleischer Studios. It's dead and went to heaven.
Look at the human ones down there. They look just like a lot of little bugs.
Oh, I get it.
I guess we're not so different after all. Well, that was certainly better. I actually like that a lot better than Gulliver.
It's fine.
I mean, it's a fine film.
It's
I just,
fine.
in
It doesn't-
comparison,
It doesn't touch any of the Disney
no,
movies.
definitely
Not
not.
even close.
No, but I think it's a much better film. I quite like it.
It's fine.
I'd rather watch that again than Gulliver, but I don't think I'd watch.
I'd honestly
this
rather watch
before.
Gulliver again.
I would. Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Like, it's fine, I just don't feel any need to go back to it. But Gulliver actually baffles me. It makes me really think about just how hot and new the animated feature was at the time. I think it's really interesting how many parallels between that and Snow White.
Oh yeah, because that was.
I
like,
just want to
trying
watch
copy
Snow
Disney.
White again.
Yeah.
Let's watch that again.
I think I'd watch Mr. Bug Goes to Town over Dumbo, maybe.
No.
Really?
Yeah. Dumbo's like an hour long.
That's true. This is like 7. I don't know.
It's like 75 minutes.
I'm not the biggest. I'm not the biggest Dumbo fan, and this film is.
Oh, it's not
relatively
even
unknown.
close to my favorite, but I'd rather watch that over this because it's like an hour long. It's gone before you know it, and none of the scenes drag out.
Good point. Oh god, I liked that. That was so sweet. I liked the little line at the end where he's like, "Oh, we're not so different, humans and bugs,
We're all just running around. Yeah.
scurrying around." Probably Great Depression, something allegory. All right.
Thanks for joining us.
Yes, I'm glad I finally saw these two films. If you were to rate them, rank them, which film's better?
They're both 3 out of 10.
They're both 3 for you.
Yeah.
I think I'd give Gulliver a 3, and I'd give this one like a 4. I'd give it a 5, but it had all that racist shit in it.
Why do you think I gave Bug a 3?
I think I'm easier on the presentation because I animate myself.
Yeah, okay. Well, I guess that's it.
Yeah, alright, thanks. Thanks for watching.